Hi, this is Josh here with today's Frontend 5, where I break down a front-end concept in 5 minutes or less. If you are learning about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and beyond, make sure to subscribe to this channel where I'll bring you videos like this and you can learn something new in 5 minutes every single day. Today we're going to be talking about CSS colors. Specifically, what are the 3 most common ways we define colors for text? What are the differences between named colors and hex colors and RGB colors? I'm going to break all that down for you in the next 5 minutes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give you an example. I'm going to create a style tag here. And in that style tag, I'm going to go ahead and put my H1 selector, and I'm going to use the color property to define a color. Now, this color can be, the first one I'm going to show you is a named color, where we just name a color. The default is black. So we can say black, but we can also say things like white or green or blue and red. There's even some weird ones here as well, like Rebecca Purple and Blanched Almond. So there's about 140 of these named colors, and feel free to use any of these, including transparent, to make it perfectly clear. Now, named colors give you a little bit of flexibility, but not really a lot. There's another way using hex values that allow you to access over 16 million different shades. So basically anything a designer throws at you with hex colors, you're going to be able to go ahead and represent that. So that I'm going to go ahead and use that. That starts with a hashtag, and then it has 6 characters. I'm going to use FF0099 to give me my hot pink. And those 6 characters can use either the numbers 0 through 9 or the letters A through F. And it basically stands for the RGB value. So the first 2 characters are the red value, the second 2 characters are the green value, and the third 2 characters are the blue value. And this just basically is just a way to kind of notate this. The one nice thing about hex colors is they're super easy to copy out of like a Figma design or something like that. And like I said, you can have up to 16 million different shades that you can represent with hex colors. So they're super flexible, but they're not as quite as flexible, at least in ease of use, as the third way I'm going to show you here with example 2, and this is using RGB values. So you can actually set the red, the green, and the blue, but this one has a little bit of a trick up its sleeves because it allows you to set a 4th value for opacity. So I can say, if I say 1, that represents 100%. If I say 0, that represents 0%. And let me go ahead and bring this up and show you in the browser. Sorry about that. So this is fully transparent, but I can do anything between 0 and 1. So if I say 0.5, now it's 50% opacity, which means it is somewhat transparent. I can go down 4, you can see it getting lighter with 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, 0.05. You can put any decimal that you want here, and it's going to set the opacity of that. So for example, if I were to create a div around my text, and I were to give this div a color, a background color. So let's say background color, and let's just say green, for example. You can see the text is barely visible, but let's go ahead and see what happens when I bring this up. I'll say 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2. It looks really ugly, but I'm just trying to demonstrate that you can kind of see the background color working with the color that's on top of it that has some opacity with it. So of course, when it's 1, it's fully opaque. And there it doesn't show through the other color, but as it blends down, then it starts to show the opacity. So those are the 3 ways. Number 1 was named colors. Number 2 was, of course, your hex colors. And number 3 is your RGB values with opacity. Hex will do opacity as well, but it's just harder to work with. It's harder to remember. So I like if you're using opacity, just go ahead and switch over to an RGB value, and it's super easy to use that way. So I hope this breakdown of CSS text color was helpful for you. Hope you learned something today. Be sure to subscribe if you want more videos to learn every single day in 5 minutes or less. I'll see you in the next video.